As an archipelago, the Philippines is surrounded by water and sits right here, in the Pacific Ring of Fire where a lot of volcanic eruptions and earthquakes occur. Meaning, exposed talaga tayo sa calamities, mapalindol pa yan o bagyo. So it's not a question of if, but when a disaster will hit us again. Handa kaya tayo? According to the 2018 World Risk Report, ang Pilipinas daw ang third most disaster-prone country in the world. We're also one of the most vulnerable, meaning yung capacity natin mag-cope kapag nandyan na ang delubyo isn't that good. But here's the thing, nasa Pacific Ring of Fire din ang Japan, guys, but it isn't as vulnerable as we are. FYI, it is one of the best in terms of disaster preparedness. Bakit kamo? Since alam nilang bibistahin at bibistahin talaga sila ng lindol, they have created a disaster management system to make sure na everyone is prepared once disaster strikes. For example, Japan is known for their very strict building code para earthquake-proof ang kanilang mga buildings, and they make it a point na all citizens follow it. Sa Pilipinas, syempre, meron din tayong mga building code. Pero, nasusunod ba? Former president of the Association of Structural Engineers of the Philippines, Miriam Tamayo, said that a big percentage ng mga bahay ay ginagawa without engineers or structural codes. The Metro Manila Earthquake Impact Reduction Study even said na yung mga residential buildings ang magsasuffer most once the big one or the 7.2 magnitude earthquake hits Metro Manila. Kasi maraming hindi sumusunod sa building standards. Pasaway. The code expressly says na dapat walang buildings 5 meters from both sides ng fault line. But we have buildings and subdivisions literally on top of it. Ano na? Japan also makes sure that everyone is trained and prepared for the next calamity. Mismo sa eskwelahan, tinuturuan sila about tsunami and what to do when disaster strikes. They even have an elaborate disaster warning system nationwide, which sends alarm through television, radio, and loudspeakers heard all over Japan. The government also sends alerts to phones as soon as tremors are detected, seconds to a minute before they are felt or before they cause damages. They also have warning practices every day. Meanwhile, here, meron tayong nationwide yearly drill, pero hindi pa natin nakamit yung level of preparedness ng citizens of Japan. Imagine, kahit ilang delubyo na ang dumaan sa Pilipinas, 47% of Filipinos have not done anything to prepare for a disaster. 74% of Filipinos can't even invest in preparing for disasters. At 47.5% naman nagsabi na wala man lang silang pondo para makaprepare ng maayos for a disaster. Of course, Japan is also leading with their very advanced technology to cope with disasters, since they invested millions of dollars in equipment after they realized that tsunamis and earthquakes are gonna be a part of their future. In fairness naman, the Philippines has already been installing equipment to further prepare us, but there's still so much to be done. Dahil sa ating geographical location, hindi natin maiwasan na matamaan ng mga disasters. But we can surely at least prepare for it. How about you guys? Are you ready?